We officially hit the age where you don't want to get out of bed and go potty. Come on, buddy, it's potty time. Wanna go outside, go potty? Come on, let's go. Let's go potty, come on. Come on. It's potty time. Come on. Come on. Dang. Good morning, everyone. It is Thursday, December 11th at 9 a.m. It's cloudy, overcast, 65 degrees here in Bradenton, Florida this morning. I was having trouble getting Murdoc out of bed to come out and do his morning walk and go to the bathroom. I think this weather affects him a little bit. It makes him want to stay in bed. Even though it's not cold, it's just overcast and gross. The sun is somewhat, it's gonna come through. There's some breaks in those clouds, but every morning for this last week, it's just been overcast and yucky. And I've really noticed that even though I'm away from the Pacific Northwest and I don't get that seasonal depression so much anymore. Sorry, Murdoc's tingled up here. I do notice the weather still very much affects me. Especially doing this vlog, when I talk about how I'm feeling every morning, I notice more and more like, oh, I've got really low energy every time this weather is overcast and gross. So it's Florida winter, I get it. You gotta have winter somewhere, but man, it also makes me realize how much the sun helps me living down here and gets me motivated, gets me outside, gets me doing stuff. So I do love Florida. I love the warm, hot weather. I love the sunshine. I hate the clouds and I hate darkness, I guess. I don't mind nighttime with stars and everything, but just like dark, gray, dreary, gross weather, not my thing so much. I'm getting a late start this morning. I fell asleep late last night and then I woke up at like 5 a.m. and laid there for an hour and I couldn't fall back asleep. But then I finally did at 6 a.m. and slept till like 7:30 or whatever. I had a bunch of things to do this morning, cooking eggs, getting Murdoc's meals ready. I sold a order on Etsy, so I had to prepare that, and I'm gonna have to ship it real quick before I take my morning walk on the river walk. Hopefully I'll be able to do that. I'm running late, so we'll see how long of a walk I can get in on the river walk. And then of course, Murdoc's just getting his walk started, and we all know how slow he is these days. So let's get this morning going. I'm Lee, welcome to my day. That sun's coming out, it's brightening up my day already. Yeah. Too bad I gotta work and I don't get a whole day to adventure in it, but gotta make a living. I will say, I believe part of the reason I'm so affected by the weather is because I absolutely love to be outside, to be outdoors, to be in nature, even though this is a downtown area and it's loud and annoying. The weather has to agree with me to do that. If it's too cold, I'm miserable out there. Like, no one wants to be out when it's freezing cold. And I think it's the amount I want to be outside. Like, I want to be out all day. Or if it's rainy and wet, you're not going to be happy being outside. I think part of that is I work a job where I have to sit indoors. The shop I'm at in particular, it's got 2 big windows in the front, but other than that, it's pretty dark in there. So I love being outdoors for that reason. Also, I grew up out in the country on a little 2-acre farm, you know, and my mom didn't let me just sit inside and play video games all day. I didn't really have a video game console. We had a Super Nintendo when I got a little bit older, but it was always go outside and play. And when I was a kid, I didn't really get that. But now as a grown adult, I just want to be outside all the time, not playing, but just getting fresh air, being out in nature, getting some peace and quiet when it's actually available. Am I the only person that's like that just wants to be outside all the time? I guess if I worked a job that was working outside in construction and the weather's real hot and gross, that would get kind of annoying. But outside as my day-to-day leisurely activity, I absolutely love it. I'm running my package over to the post office, and then I'm gonna get out to the Riverwalk and get that walk going. It's about 9:40 in the morning, so I've got to make this all quick, hoping that post office isn't all backed up. I got in and out of the post office in just a couple minutes, which is crazy for this time of year. I guess everyone's sending Amazon packages instead of postal packages for Christmas. I have to use it because I sell on Etsy, not a big deal. I'm taking a little bit different of a walk out to the Riverwalk since I had to run to the post office where I already had to cross a really busy road, so I'm just gonna cut through a neighborhood, get on the Riverwalk, get a good walk. My goal for the outdoors, I guess you could say, is eventually, there's no retirement for millennials, but eventually finding a way to make a living and being mobile at the same time so I can travel full time, kind of like the old school boomers and silent generation that used to do RV life. Nowadays, with gas prices and not being able to retire and having to live below your means, RV life looks a lot more like van life. And I'm 42, I'm not old enough to retire yet, but I'm always working towards that goal just so hopefully I can make that happen someday. Ideally, I'd like to have a small spot where I can park full time if I need, and then just travel whenever I want. That's the true goal, but van life would get me outdoors permanently. And I love that idea of just being able to be outside. Having somewhere to go in the winter, like Florida, that's the best idea. Or Arizona, Scottsdale is super rad. I don't know how van life friendly it is, but last year we did our road trip and got snowed out in Prescott, Arizona, so we had to drop elevation and we went to Scottsdale. We ended up staying 2 nights there, and it was warm and sunny, wonderful. We had no problems, granted, wearing little micro stealth campers, our little RAV4 and Kia Soul that Jess drives. But I'm heading out. I'm gonna get that walk on, and then I gotta get my butt to work. So enjoy some footage of the walk before I have to get into the shop for the day in the dark, sitting shop. All right, I'm heading to work. I gotta take out some garbage, so we're gonna head in the back door to the shop. All right, it's just about 5 o'clock. I'm back behind the tattoo shop, kind of wrapping up my day as far as filming goes, getting some sunlight while it's still poking out through those trees real quick. I've still got about another hour and a half worth of work, but so far today, I haven't done anything there besides get some drawings done, get some things uploaded onto my t-shirt sites, things like that. When I tell you the tattoo industry is slow, it's slow. But what can you do? So I'm gonna get this little bit of sunlight and then I gotta get back into work. I'm just taking a little break. Oh yeah, the overall vibes of the day. Today's actually been a good high energy day all day. I got my walk in, the sun came out. It's been pretty nice. Even for the clouds this morning, I still had a good amount of energy. So good vibes, good day. Until next time, have a good one.